Hi, and welcome to another episode of Sustainment TV. I'm your host, David McDonald. And before we get into today's video, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It'll help the channel to grow and improve upon what I do. So, without further delay, let's get right into today's video. For today's project, I'm going to be building a wood crate. You know, something pretty basic. We're going to go 2 feet long. We're going to go 1 foot in width, and we'll go about 1 foot in height. I've gone through the trouble of gathering a couple of pallets, your standard pallets that are 42 inches by 42 inches. The slat boards are 1x4, and the stringer boards are 2x4. I can deal with any type of pallet, but I particularly like to use the pallets that have the solid 2x4s that are not, notched out for forklifts. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. The tools that I'll be using to make the wood crates are as follows. I have a box of 1.5 inch screws. I have a drill, a tape measure, I have a hammer. This blue tool is a breaker bar, and the reason I have that already is because I do other crafting. I tell you, that thing, it paid for itself within the first week of having it. I have a crowbar also. I'll be using the hammer and the crowbar to pull the nails from the pallet wood once I disassemble it. And then also I have a miter saw. I have pallets that are gathered for other projects. For the purpose of building this crate, I'm actually going to need 1.5 pallets, and that's because of the slat boards. I mean, we'll only end up using 1.5 of the stringer boards. We'll end up needing 12 of the slat boards, so hence that's why we'll be needing to disassemble 2 pallets, but using the materials from 1.5. I'm going to go ahead and take those apart and start pulling the nails. Here's the approximately 1.5 pallets that I've taken apart. I didn't fully take apart the second one because I only need 4 11-inch pieces of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cut list in the description of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and take these nails out with the hammer and the crowbar, and I'll be right back. Here's a little bit of footage of all the boards cut up. On those 12 1x4s that are 24 inches, 4 of those will be for each side, and 4 of those will be for the bottom of the crate. And I did have to make a correction. The cut list in the description is correct. For the ends, the 1x4 is 11 inches in length. I have 8 pieces of that. And for the 2x4 stringer boards that will hold it together on the inside, these are actually 14 3/8 inches. It will look like that on the inside. Depending on how you're going to use this, if you're going to use this in a garage or a storage shed, as far as the crate goes, you can just go as is. Maybe even in a cabin for storage in a utility room or something, you could go as is. If you wanted to make a crate this size or maybe even bigger, you could always, at this point, you could sand it with maybe some 40 or 60 grit sandpaper to eliminate the risk of splinters. So I'm going to give you a shot once I get all this together. Okay, so here's the finished product. I know I initially said 12 of the 24-inch boards, but I only needed 11. There's a mistake that I made that I can point out right quick. So for each side, I have 4 of the 24-inch boards. The other 4 were supposed to be for the bottom, but however, upon putting it together, it would only take 3 boards, as you can see. Now, if I wanted to make it wider, I could have used the other board, but what I would have to do in order to accommodate, I would need to make the ends. I would need to increase the length, because remember, I had to go 14 3/8 inches in order to accommodate 4 boards that way. So I would have to do the same for this way. I would have to have those. I would have to have the ends match that length of 14 3/8, and I could have went 4 wide on the bottom also. But it serves its purpose. Total amount of time, even including the mistakes, was 1.5 hours. To just give you a dollar cost on this, it would be about $3. If I was going to give it as a gift to someone, I would definitely whitewash it. I would sand it, I would whitewash it, or stain it. Let me know what you think. I know I've seen some people do DIY crates And they would even put, you could put wheels on the bottom depending on how wide you want it to go and what purpose you wanted it to serve. So that's it for this video. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day.